Hi. So it's still the morning. It's 11:26 on Tuesday, March 26th. Happy Venus and Pisces Day. So my name is Lisa, and I am going to do our tarot reading live today, and then just upload it. So I realized that I wouldn't bother editing anyway. I will probably journal today's reading as I do. I tend to in the description, but I at least want you to see how I do it live, and I might pull in some resources while we do it because that's how I do it. So my daughter might come in like partway through this, but we'll see what's up, and yeah, we'll just see what how it goes. I'm going to do the cards right now. So I'm using the Shadowscapes tarot deck. I love this deck. I was using the Gilded Tarot deck, which is actually also is originally by Barbara Moore. She collaborated with Stephanie Puiman on this deck as well. So they're very pretty. They're purple. And just to let you know, I don't do. I actually put my cards in all going the same direction, but sometimes reversals come out, and I will read them. I will read them if they come out that way. For instance, I had a really good imagery of one that happened yesterday. But today's reading, what are the energies today? I'll knock on the cards 3 times to clear any energies coming toward me or from me. Neutralize those energies. We already have one card coming out. It's the 5 of Pentacles. So we're working with the best possible information. I also don't shuffle very neatly. It's kind of, I think I've probably shown you guys that in a video before, but basically I just kind of move the cards around. That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take all of those. So calm down a little bit because I'm a little nervous. And ask the cards what kind of energies we have to work with today so we can work at our best and brightest. The 5 of Pentacles is what's come out so far. And again, they're just flying out today, but let's calm down the energies a little bit here. And again, I ask for all archangels to stand and guard this meditation. Keep only the highest vibration of energy coming through as our messages to work with today. And I thank you. And we have one card flipping, another one, 5 of Swords. We've got some really interesting energy happening, which is not surprising. I knew this was coming in with the planetary alignments that I understand are as above, so below. And what is the other energy we have? What is the other card, Spirit? I'll take this one right here. The 8 of Pentacles. Oh, and I have to excuse myself. I've got a squirrel on my bird feeder. And we don't feed squirrels. They have enough to eat, right, Cece? Right, Cece? I'll just take that in for a little while, right? Until the little birds come back again, right? And so I'm back. Thanks for your patience. So we have the 5 of Pentacles today. Okay. We've got the 5 of Swords. That's the energy of that. And then the 8 of Pentacles is our third card, which I think is very interesting. I've been, the phraseology, oh, the webs we weave, was a huge part of my meditation this morning. I have a mala bead set that was given to me by a very dear friend, and it was tangled. You can see actually there's some fraying here. And during my meditation, I'm actually, yesterday too, I began it trying to untangle, and I got it free. And as I freed it and finally unwound it, and it's really been tangly for a long time, the phrase came to me, the message came to me, the words, because I hear things in words, which I think is not clairvoyance. Anyway, it's one of the clairs. I hear my messages in words, and it was forgiveness. It was forgiveness. When you will be free when you forgive. I think that's a really big theme. Generally, the Five of Pentacles. So we have a lot of pentacles here, and the numerology of our cards. And actually, oh, so I didn't show you, but the King of Swords is at the bottom of our deck. Okay. And under him, we've got the Lovers, the King of Wands. Wow. And Justice. So there's some interesting energies coming in. Five of Pentacles is generally a card of not seeing everything, particularly in this deck, the Shadowscape Tarot. It's a picture of not seeing what's in front of you, the abundance that's in front of you, feeling left out in the cold, feeling of isolation, um, feeling, on the fringe. But new friends are coming in. The Five of Swords energy is sharper than the Five of Wands energy. The Five of Wands energy is conflict and change. Any five number is conflict and change. But this Five of Swords is particularly is sharper than the Wands. Where Wands is kind of like playful, and you can sort of kind of work stuff out, kind of wrestling kind of thing, like kids wrestle. The Five of Swords energy is also like mental, and it's a little more cutting. And this is something that it's definitely like thoughts. So we have two fives back to back, which is interesting. So there's a lot of change. We're definitely going through a lot of transformation. And the Eight of Pentacles is generally a card that would be seeds well planted and that are coming to fruition and learning, which are spiders there, and it definitely is giving us it has that element of wisdom. We've got the spider being a wise creature, and that was the symbolism of Artemis, Diana, and trying to think of the other goddess. Why can't I remember her right now? But at any rate, one of the Greek gods, Apollo's sister, actually, is the goddess of wisdom. So we've got that, and then we of course have the King of Swords. So this is a really interesting energy today. So in terms of our numbers today, we've got two fives, we've got an 8, which I like the 8. The 8 came up yesterday pretty strongly, and then we've got the 1 for the King of Swords. So with the Five of Pentacles, and I'm going to actually aim this down so you can see more of the cards and not so much me. Maybe you can't. I guess we'll talk about it this way. We've got the 10 happening, and then the 8, so that's 18, and then the King gives us a 1, so that's 19. The numerology behind that, actually, 1 and 9 breaks. 1 and 9 is 10, and 10 is completion. 10 is completion. So when we have completion, we're coming to the end of a cycle. And the number 19 in and of itself has its own significance. So 1 and 9 is 10. Think of like the 10 of Wands. You're putting something down. You're coming to the end of a cycle, and you're beginning a new one because you have that 1 and 10, that 10 happening. And then the 1 card is a card where you are beginning something. You think of that like the Fool's Journey. And then the 1 card is actually the Magician. So this is a place where you can also make things happen. So I'm going to look into one of my resources. And so the 19 in and of itself is a message for you to believe in yourself and your life purpose. So we are definitely taking a new step in a new direction today. So in terms of what I'm seeing in the cards today, the Five of Pentacles is definitely that place of coming from a sense of lack. And, we are in a new age, and we just had spring begin for us last week. And I think we can't really be in that sense of lack. We definitely need to look at the resources and the abundance that's all around us, and we need to cultivate that. And this might be a battle. This might be a battle with our mind, right? With thoughts and ideas that certainly don't serve us any longer. But it's a pretty sharp battle. We do need to keep that clarity. And I think that's why the King of Swords has come at the bottom of the deck. And at basically the basis of this reading is to keep in clarity, to keep out of conflicting thoughts. And this may be stuff that's coming to us from others. You can see that it looks as though he's swooping in. He's swooping in. But he has this Archangel Michael-ish kind of thing going on, almost even more so than the King of Swords. So I would say here that you call in on Archangel Michael today. And as part of my meditations today, I definitely called him in. I felt him very strongly as part of that. As far as the Eight of Pentacles is concerned, the seeds that we have sown are well planted. But again, we have some entrapment. And the first thing I'm picking up is the web that this spider has woven. Normally, the Eight of Pentacles would be a time of harvest, but in this reading, I'm not feeling that today. I'm definitely feeling that, and because that message came to me during my meditation, that we have a, we definitely have woven some webs, and we've got to untangle them. So that might be thoughts, it might be from the people around us, and we're not in lack. We're not in lack. We definitely have everything that we need. It's just a matter of looking up through that stained glass window. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's definitely a contemplative day to look at the various things that are coming toward us, to look at what's around us, to draw in those resources. And to look at what feels like a tangled web. And the only way we're going to get through that if we go into that King of Swords energy, get clear, right? Because the Lovers is underneath there. We might have some decisions to make. Right? And then the King of Wands. This is passion. This is passion. This is mastery of passion. So I think in order to get to the abundance that we feel isn't in our lives, which comes up with this Five of Pentacles, we basically got to cut through the bullshit. Use those swords to get out of those webs, which might feel pretty entrapping right now. I'll journal on this a little bit, meditate with it after I have a little more coffee, and we'll see what comes up. Thanks.